Hello, welcome to ITV News. This is the late update from Calendar. And first tonight, thousands of victims of the so-called contaminated blood scandal are being denied justice by the government, according to the Hull MP Diana Johnson. She's accused them of dragging their feet over an inquiry into the thousands of people who were infected with HIV and hepatitis C through contaminated blood products. Michael Billington reports.
I found out 2 weeks after his funeral that I was pregnant, and it breaks my heart that, you know, he'll never get to meet his grandson.
It's almost 3 years since Sarah Dorricott lost her father. One of thousands of known victims of the tainted blood scandal, Mike was infected with hepatitis C from contaminated medication he was given for his haemophilia. The answers as to why that happened seemingly still no closer, according to families and survivors waiting for an inquiry into the scandal.
Victims are being put on the back burner and dying off one by one whilst we wait for, for answers about when a judge is going to be appointed. The victims have waited 30, 40, 50 years for justice, and they're still waiting for it to happen.
6,000 people contracted HIV and hepatitis C during the 70s and 80s when they were given Factor VIII, a blood clotting agent. It was imported from abroad, where it had been taken from high-risk donors like drug addicts and prostitutes. What's been described as the worst treatment disaster in the history of the NHS has so far claimed almost 2,500 lives. In July, the Prime Minister promised a public inquiry.
It's now 7 months on, still no chair, still no terms of reference, still no start date. So clearly the government have been dragging their feet. So justice delayed is justice denied for many, many people involved in this scandal.
The government says it plans to appoint a judge soon.
I want to ensure that those affected receive what many have been asking for, in that this is a judge-led inquiry which will be independent and I hope will be effective in getting to answers.
Some victims, though, are seeking the answers they want through the courts, and today continued with their legal action against the government.
People have lived lives and done other things while people have been dying, and there's some relief there that people know that we're on a path to something. We don't know what that may be, but we're on a path to potentially an end to all of this that people have spent a lifetime trying to do something about.
The inquiry and the legal action come too late for Mike Dorricott. His daughter now desperate for answers before time runs out for other victims too. Michael Billington, ITV News.